I am beating every N64 game, and I mean all of them. The twist is, the next game I play is randomly selected, so I have no clue what's coming next. This is the journey to beating every N64 game. Game number 144, Fighter's Destiny. Released in 1998, this game was developed by Genki and published by Ocean. It's another fighting game, and it's another game I'd absolutely never heard of. There were a few people who told me they liked this game, so I guess it's not one of the completely unknown ones. Fighting games are definitely not one of my strong points, but I can do alright. We've had a few of them so far, and none have been too much trouble, so let's hope this one isn't either. Let's get into it. Looking at the main menu, there were 3 modes that seemed worth checking out: Versus Computer, Record Attack, and Master Challenge. I decided to just start with Versus Computer to try to see what this was all about. There's a decent selection of characters to play as. You've got Ryuji, Abdul, Pierre, Leon, Tomahawk, Mei Ling, Valerie, and Bob. Oh, also Ninja. I chose Abdul because he looks cool. My first match was against Leon. When the fight started, it said 7 points to win with several ways to gain points. I had no idea what any of that meant. I did the classic fighting game strat of just button mashing literally everything. However, Leon slammed me backward and it gave him 2 points. Then he did it again. Yeah, maybe button mashing isn't gonna work. Eventually, I learned how to use that little throw move myself. Just pressing A and B at the same time let me keep farming 2 points over and over again. Leon had no chance. My next match was against Ninja. It seemed it was getting harder as the game went on though, as Ninja reversed my throw attempt a few times. There was one time where I went for a throw and he escaped it, then immediately threw me as well. Throwing isn't the only way to score though. If you shove them out of the ring, you gain 1 point. Honestly, this game gives me Virtua Fighter vibes, but the scoring system makes it feel a lot different. I still really had no idea what I was doing, but I managed to take Ninja out in a close match. Since it felt the game was getting harder, I decided to look at the move list, which is easily accessible from the pause menu. There, I found a knockdown move, left left BA. This move caused some energy to emanate from Abdul's fist and Bob was down with 1 shot. For this move, I gained 3 points. Wow, that seems kinda broken. Who would have guessed Abdul was packing a Falcon Punch this entire time?
Falcon Punch!
Bob got absolutely wrecked. I found a different attack that listed itself as an upper attack as well as a real, down down B. Just, listen to whatever this is. Down, down, B. What is that? I don't know, that attack kinda sucks. I prefer the Falcon Punch. Tomahawk did reveal at least one flaw with this move. Since it has a wind-up, if I get hit during that, it gets interrupted. So it's not quite as overpowered as I thought. However, can the computer handle it? Tomahawk sure can. Another easy win. Up against Valerie next, and I was trying to perform Abdul's special attack. Left, 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 down, right, BA. It wasn't working though, and I wasn't sure why. After 30 seconds, the time ran out and the judges declared a winner of that round. This gives 1 point. The manual said the opponent has to be out of health in order to do specials. You know what? That's way too hard. I'd rather just Falcon Punch. It works incredibly well. Oh my god, after that was a mirror match with another Abdul. Too bad for him, he doesn't even recognize his own moveset. Easiest win of my life. Mei Ling was my next opponent, and she was the first sign of trouble. First, she was interrupting my punch attack, which is bad enough, but then she managed to block it. Aw, jeez, I didn't even know that was a thing. In the end though, the punch was too powerful, and she too fell. Pierre was after, and I love this arena. We're just fighting on a hot air balloon, which is awesome. He did something to turn himself around, so I punched him in the butt. Next round, he did like a spinning back fist or something, which is his knockdown move. Oh god, they're learning. He was tough to land the punch on, so it wound up being a bit more of a traditional fight. I managed to get his health all the way down and he turned dull with stars over his head. This means he's in the Piori condition, and I can do my special. Abdul just dive bombs into their face and it's awesome. You get 4 points if you manage to pull it off. Ryuji was my next opponent, and oh boy, this guy was not going to let me punch him. The game apparently wanted me to get good by this point because I was getting owned, just absolutely destroyed. I suffered my first loss here, and I was worried I'd have to do it all over again. Thankfully, it just let me continue from where I was, which is real nice. In the next attempt, I took his health down and was able to land my special for 4 points. Then I knocked him off the edge and I had a free punch attempt when he was climbing back up. Nice little second try win. I figured that was the end, but a new character named Boro showed up. Looks like they're wearing a skeleton Halloween costume or something like that. I had a decent hang of how to deal damage by this point, so my play on these later fights was to go for the special attacks after getting them in Piori. I won on my first try and, the credits played. Well, I guess I beat the game. That took about 20 minutes. When the credits finished, a guy named Master appeared saying I had unlocked a new finishing move to use. He then said if I was feeling confident, I should try the Rodeo. If I survive over 1 minute, I could select Ushi. Yeah, whatever, buddy. I figured I might unlock something else if I beat the versus mode again, so I played as Boro. Doing a flipping jump kick over and over was extremely strong here. In the end though, this didn't unlock anything new, so I figured I should try a different mode. I'll take this time to talk about the graphics and music. Honestly, neither are anything to write home about. The graphics are about acceptable, I'd say, although the game doesn't lag, which is always nice. The music is just generic sounding and the fighter sound effects aren't all that exciting. It's pretty underwhelming in both regards. So I checked out the record attack mode and it had 3 modes within: Survival, Fastest, and Rodeo. Hey, the master mentioned Rodeo, so I'll try that. This isn't what I expected to see. You fight against Ushi, who is apparently a cow that stands on 2 legs. Ushi is also incredibly strong. The goal here is to just survive, which I did not do very well at. You need to survive for 60 seconds, which is no problem. I'll just punch this guy with Abdul to keep him stun locked. This was a bad idea though, because while the punch worked, it ends the match. Aw, dang man, so I've got to stall for that long? That seems so hard. I started punching him in the butt and I thought I really had something going. He eventually broke out though and did some kind of dance and knocked me down. Oh my god. This cow was annihilating me, like I had no chance. Screw this, I'm out. I decided to try the fastest mode, and my first fight was against some robot named Robert. Well, if my goal is to go fast, I'll just spam the punch attack, right? The third opponent was some guy named Joker, and the arena was just in the abyss with floating cards all over the place. He was just as easy as the rest though. That punch is overpowered against the computer. Then the Master came to fight. Oh shoot, he's probably gonna be rough. Yeah, nah, I beat him in like 2 seconds. I didn't unlock anything for it, which was kind of confusing. Maybe I had to do something else first? Ugh, I guess it's back to the cow. The worst part about this is you can't knock him off the ledge. How am I supposed to survive for a minute if I can't even defend myself? I had a decent attempt by doing the flip kick with Boro, then jumping back after a few hits. I only made it 34 seconds though, so not ideal. It turned out this strat was actually great, as long as I waited to start my kicks once it felt safe. Honestly, this strat was going so well that I felt like I could survive indefinitely. I made it well past a minute, and now I could select Ushi to play as. I kinda like just calling him the cow better. It turns out I had to beat the versus mode with Valerie to get any usefulness out of the fastest mode. I could unlock Robert if I beat it in under a minute. So I went back and punched all the dudes once again. Now I was able to select Robert, who is apparently from Germany. Here's an interesting Easter egg. Pierre has a transform attack. When you use it, all that happens is his nose gets a bit bigger. If you use it enough, his nose pops and he turns into a werewolf. I have no idea how you would pull this off in a real match, but it's cool I guess. You can also select an alternate costume for each character. My favorite is obviously the cow turning into a chocolate cow. Anyway, I then decided to check out the Master Challenge. There are a series of cubes, some having the Master, some having the Joker. Beating the Master will grant me a new fighting move, but if I lose to the Joker at any point, I lose all the moves I've learned. First, I landed on the Joker and absolutely destroyed him. Then, I landed on the Joker again. What the heck, man, there's way more Master blocks than there are Joker blocks. Finally, on the third roll though, I got the Master. A little underwhelming, considering I had already fought him once in the speed mode. This fight was actually super close. Thankfully, I ended up winning. He taught me a new move called Bada Bada Attack. I'm sure it's amazing, but it's no Super Punch. Then I learned the Dollar Blow, and then it was Heck Jab 2. Winning once again gave me the Rabbit Heck attack. After that was the Pata Pata attack, not to be confused with the earlier Bata Bata attack. Fireball Sky, which is what happens when you have too much to drink in college. Then there was the Rapid Heck Thrust. These moves are all sounding the same. Finally, there was the Dollar Cheer, and then the Master Challenge was complete. There is one other thing where you have to beat 100 fighters in a row to unlock the Joker, but I skipped out on doing that. Leave that to the 100% runners. But yeah, that's about all there is for this one. Game complete. So yeah, there you have it. My journey to beating Fighter's Destiny. This game kinda surprised me. 3D fighters usually feel rough when they're this old, but this one pulled it off, I think. I really enjoyed the multiple ways to score points. It was a fresh take on fighting games other than just lower the other guy's health bar, you know? There's an acceptable variety of characters and they all have unique movesets. I'm not sure how good this would feel to play against another person. It did get quite repetitive against the computer. The cow is just awesome too. Overall, I'd say it's alright, but nothing to get super excited about. I gave it a 4.5 out of 10 for enjoyability and a 2.5 out of 10 for difficulty. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Have a sneak peek at the next game. So we got 247 on the list. Could be anything. 3, 2, 1, go. 154. What's that? We're playing NHL Blades of Steel 99. But yeah, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. It helps the channel a lot. And if you like this series, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one.